Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We all heard rumors about a car that Apple is potentially developing in the future, and it's finally here. What would an Apple car mean for Apple stock? In this Apple Stock Analysis 2021 video, I'll be sharing with you what we know about the Apple car and what it will mean for Apple and its stock. Back late last year in 2020, Reuters came out with an exclusive report on Apple. In the report, according to sources, Apple is looking to target 2024 to produce a passenger vehicle. Although Apple plans are not yet made public, according to sources, Apple has progressed enough that it now aims to build a vehicle for consumers in 2024. And for the vehicle, Apple is looking to design its own battery, and this battery could potentially reduce the cost of batteries and increase the vehicle's range. And according to the source, this could radically change the industry. So Apple is looking to produce an Apple car, which is a personal vehicle for consumers and the mass market. And the design for the Apple car will be done by Apple, with production likely to be outsourced to another company. And this model is similar to how Apple operates its iPhone. Apple designs the iPhone and outsources production to another company, in this case, Foxconn. And this model is also likely to be implemented for the Apple car. Production for the Apple car is likely to be slated at 2025 or beyond. If the plans for the Apple car go through, production for the Apple car is only going to start in the next couple of years. Let's take a look at what we know so far about the Apple car. We know that back in 2014, Apple started on some kind of car project, and this project was called Project Titan. Over the years, Apple started to file patents for vehicle technology. It has almost been 7 years since the project started, and yet we haven't had any significant developments, and the reason for the delay is because of the internal issues within Apple. The team working on the Apple car project has been changed multiple times, and as such, there wasn't a clear direction for the Apple car project. But right now, it seems that Apple is finally moving forward with its Apple car project. We also know that Apple is likely to design and create its own battery for the vehicle. This battery, as reported earlier on, is likely to be equipped with breakthrough technology. Not only will it reportedly reduce the cost of batteries, but it is also reported that it will increase the vehicle range. Apple is also working on autonomous driving software. The company has been testing self-driving vehicles in California since 2017, and Apple plans to release its car in 3 to 6 years' time. Now that we have gotten a quick overview of what we know about the Apple car, let's take a look at some of the obstacles that may prove to be a stumbling block for Apple, and my reasons why I believe Apple is able to overcome these obstacles. One of the potential stumbling blocks for Apple for its Apple car project is the low margins in the auto industry. For many of its products, Apple generally has a high margin. One of the issues for Apple for its Apple car project is the potential low margins that it can generate from its Apple car. In fact, Tesla, which is in the automobile industry, took around 17 years before it finally turned a sustained profit from making its cars. In fact, the average earnings before interest and tax margin for the automobile industry is 6%. If we contrast this with Apple's profit margins over the years, which has been over 20% for a sustained period of time, the margins for the automobile industry doesn't compare favorably to Apple's current profit margins. With that said, I personally believe that Apple has the ability to generate even higher margins for its Apple car. The reason is this: margins for the smartphone industry isn't very high relative to what Apple is currently generating from its smartphone. Many of Apple's competitors in the smartphone industry is generating profit margins of less than 20%. But for Apple, it has consistently generated profit margins of 60% and more. And it's not only for smartphone. If we take a look at other Apple products, Apple is able to charge a premium price for their products, which gives them higher profit margins compared to their competitors in the same industry. This ability of Apple to be able to generate high profit margin on its products gives me the confidence that if Apple releases its Apple car, it is able to charge a premium price for its cars and thus a higher profit margins compared to its competitors. The second potential stumbling block for the Apple car project is that the automobile industry is a very capital intensive one. The automobile industry is one of the industries with large capital expenditures, and it requires investments in high price items such as facilities, infrastructure, and major manufacturing equipments. For this second potential stumbling block for the Apple car project, I'm not too worried on this front, because Apple has one of the largest, if not the largest, cash reserve among US companies. Its cash reserve as of Q3 2020 stands at a whopping 193 billion US dollars. So even if Apple chooses to manufacture its own cars, Apple has a cash reserve to do just that. However, Apple is not planning to do that. Instead, Apple is likely to outsource production to another company. As with the case of iPhones, Apple is expected to design the Apple car and outsourcing production to other companies. This way, Apple does not have to plow its cash reserve to build its production capacity from the ground up. And in this way, Apple is able to avoid spending capital on building this infrastructure. The third potential stumbling block for Apple car is its current competition. Right now, there's intense competition in the electric vehicle market. Some of the more well-known companies are Tesla, NIO, and Xpeng. So even if Apple somehow managed to produce a car right now, it will face stiff competition. But the fact is, production for Apple cars won't take place anytime soon. In fact, the earliest is about 2024 or 2025, which is still a few years later. What this means is that by the time Apple releases its Apple car, it will already be a few years behind leading electric vehicle companies in the EV market. While the competition for the electric vehicle market will no doubt be stiff and intense, Apple has a proven track record of being able to outmuscle its competition. Just take a look at some of Apple products. Apple wasn't the first in the mobile phone industry, neither was it first in the personal computer space, it wasn't also first in the music player industry, it wasn't first in wireless earphones, and certainly not the first in the smartwatch industry. But what all of these Apple products have in common is that despite not being the first in their respective industry, these Apple products managed to capture a large portion of the market share in their industry. And at the same time, Apple is also able to charge a premium price for its products and generate high profit margins on them. While certainly Apple is behind its competitors in the electric vehicle industry, I wouldn't bet against Apple's ability to outmuscle its competition, because it has a proven track record of doing so. If and when Apple chooses to produce an Apple car, I believe that Apple is likely to change the auto industry. But because production is likely to start in 2024 or 2025 at the earliest, the development of the Apple car is more a long-term play for Apple stock. But with that said, if you only buy Apple stock when these developments have been in place, chances are that you'll probably be late on the bus. So even though I believe that the Apple car project is a long-term play, I'll be looking to add even more positions in Apple moving forward, and not waiting until 2024 or 2025. A potential question that you might have is whether Apple might be a value trap. What if Apple stock remains dormant in the next few years and only take off when the Apple car project is nearer its deadline? But don't forget that Apple has its current existing products and services working for it right now. I have a video over here sharing my analysis of Apple and why I believe that even without an Apple car, Apple is likely to grow in the future, and with it also its stock price. So no, I don't believe Apple will be a value trap in the coming years. If you have liked and learned something from this video, smash that like button because it will really help the channel grow and allow me to produce more content such as this. And if you are new to this channel and haven't already subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe to this channel because each week I release new videos about investing, trading, and the stock market. I'll see you in those other videos. To your financial success.